Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the channel. I'm here to recap this NCAA tournament second round matchup between the number 5 seed St. John Red Storm and number 4 seed Kansas Jayhawks. St. John's gets a 67-65 win. Here to give my thoughts on that. The buzzer beater by Dylan Darling for the win, and then I'll review the cup race that happened today at Darlington Raceway, which I thought was solid. Maybe some people thought it was boring, but I thought it was solid. I wouldn't say it was great. Kind of expecting a little bit more, but I thought it was solid. But let's start with this NCAA tournament game. What an ending, man. St. John's really controlled most of this game. Kansas has really struggled to shoot from three, like outside of Darren Peterson, in these tournament games. Melvin Council hit one late, but it was really Darren Peterson getting the free throw line a few times. Rosario and Badunga getting put back layups at the rim. And Kansas ended up tying the game on 2 Darren Peterson free throws. And then the fouling was a little bit questionable, I thought. It's kind of crazy. Now, March Madness outcomes for Kansas since 2022. 2023, they were out in the round of 32. 2024, they were 4 seed round of 32. 2025, a 7 seed round of 64. And 2026, 4 seed, they're out in the round of 32. And they haven't made 0 second weekend appearances. Probably the worst 4-year stretch in the program. But Bill Self might get one more chance. KU needs to bring their players back and add recruits. The portal bullshit doesn't really work for them. Look, I love, and Bill Self's a great coach, but he can't seem to win games away from Allen Fieldhouse that are meaningful. Like, the offense gets stagnant, not a great roster, the decision's questionable. As for St. John's, man, Rick Pitino in 3 seasons there, 80-24 record, 2-time Big East champs, 2-time regular season champions, 2-time Big East Conference champion, 2 tournament appearances. They make the round of 32 again, this year, the Sweet 16. What a shot. Dylan Darling, he wasn't great all night long. His teammates held it down, but he got the shot for the win, the driving layup. His only 2 points of the game. St. John's was seconds away from an absolute brutal collapse after they were up by 13 in that second half. They were letting it get away. They tie game. And Darren Peterson for Kansas, projected candidate for that number 1 pick. 21 points on 5 of 15 tonight, 3 threes. He did have 4 blocks, no assists, and how many turnovers did he have? Did have 3 turnovers, no assists, and obviously probably his last college game. But Dylan Darling's now shooting 63% on 2s in clutch time. Like, he's different in the winning clutch time. He may not be having a good game overall, but he's good in that clutch time when they need him. Bryce Hopkins was huge. He hit 6 threes in this ballgame. Asia Ford had 18 and 9 with 4 assists. Mitchell with 8 and 9. Ian Jackson had 10 off the bench. Ruben Prey had 5. But Bryce Hopkins, I thought, was the X factor. 6 of 9 from the 3-point line. I think was a huge X factor in this game. Kind of crazy. Dylan Darling's only points of the game as the time runs out on a driving layup for the win. Zuby Ejiofor, man, in 18 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. He added a steal and a block to the stat sheet. And St. John's going to the first Sweet 16 for the first time since 1999. But as for this game, hell of a game, man. It looked like St. John's was really controlled through most of this game, honestly. Like, they had control of it. They get up by 13, and you think, this game's over. No, Kansas able to just scratch and claw their way back to tie the game. The fouling at the end there was kind of questionable. Like, I get they had fouls to give, but I don't know if I would have fouled there, man. Might just let it play out. St. John's was in control most of the way, but terrific comeback tying the game. But Dylan Darling, clutch. But Kansas I thought they looked dead in the water. They were forcing so much, but credit to the Johnnies. I felt like For the most part, they defended well inside and out. They were the aggressor from the jump. They got shots to fall, controlled the game. Got to see Bryce Hopkins make 6 threes in this one. So yeah, that's really kind of got a play. All I have to really say here. St. John's control most of the game. Kansas fought back, but then St. John's gets the game winner. Hell of a back and what's that? Seems like back and forth because St. John's controlled most of this game, but Kansas just were making plays, and St. John's kind of got stagnant there for a little bit, and just couldn't get it, and they couldn't grab rebounds, man. Like Kansas got like 3 putbacks there in the last few minutes, man. They were in so many putbacks. But 67-65 is your final score. Let's go over the stats, and then we'll move on to NASCAR. For St. John's improves to a 30-6 record, 67 points, move on to Sweet 16. 34 in the first half, 33 in the second half. Kansas ends their season with a 24-11 record, 65 points, 26 in the first half, 39 in the second half. Dylan Mitchell, 8 points, 9 rebounds, 4 of 8 from the field. Zubiaja, 18 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 6 of 14 from the field, a steal and a block. Bryce Hopkins, 18 points, 7 rebounds, 6 of 13 from the field, 6 of 9 from 3. Isaiah Sellers, 3 points, 1 of 3 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3. Dylan Darling, 2 points, 1 of 5 from the field. Ruben Prey, 5 points, 4 rebounds, 2 of 2 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3. Leo Polu, 0 points. Josan Sanan, 3 points, 1 of 8 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3. And Ian Jackson, 10 points, 4 of 12 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3. They shot 36% from the field, 11 of 35, 31% from 3, 6 of 11, 55% line, 36 boards, 12 assists, 8 turnovers, 7 steals, 3 blocks, 11 O-boards, 35 25 D-boards, and 17 fouls for Kansas. Flory Badunga, 12 points, 6 of 9 from the field, 5 rebounds, 3 blocks. Bryson Tiller, 0 points, 0 for 2. Melvin Council, 15 points, 6 of 15 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. He had 5 turnovers. Trey White, 4 points, 5 rebounds, 2 of 6 from the field. Darren Peterson, 21 points, 5 of 10, 3 of 8 from 3, 5 of 15 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3, 8 of 10 at the line, 4 blocks, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 turnovers, no assists. Mabai, 4 points, 6 rebounds, 1 of 1. Rosario, 5 points, 2 of 2 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3. Jamari McDowell, 0 points. El Marco Jackson, 4 points, 2 of 4 from the field with 3 rebounds. They shot 44% from the field, 5 of 14, 36% from 3. 12 17, 71% from the line, 44 boards, 9 assists, 116 turnovers, 3 steals, 9 blocks, 9 O-boards, 35 D-boards, and 14 fouls. So, yeah, that's all I got to say for this game, man. Let's move on to NASCAR, and I'll call it a video. I'll just get the chase update out of the way quick. 15. No, fair and top 5, faded to 8th. Ran about there, then played a dumb strategy. They got to hang out 15th, 20th the rest of the day, so I don't know. Just need a new crew chief. Allen's solid, but yeah, it's time to make a move. But yeah, I just want to get that out of the way. 15th after running like 7th, 8th for the majority of it. I think Brad Keselowski won stages 1 and 2. There were a few incidents. I think Kyle Larson at the wall late, broke a toe link. Briscoe wrecked himself in Herbst. I think with like 2 to go. Riley Herbst got wrecked, I think, by Zilich, I think. He got turned. And there was an incident with Busher and Reddick on track. I think as they were heading to pit, as Busher was heading to pit road, but Reddick with the fresher tires ended up winning the race. So I thought it was a solid race. I thought it would be better, but I'm not gonna say it was complete shit. It was a little, I don't know, like they need to put like more down. No, they need to put the new downforce and horsepower everywhere. But I'd be lying if I said that it got maybe overhyped a little bit. Maybe by absolute chaos, I guess maybe by the tire wear. I think it was the right move, and passing was definitely more possible, but the median drivers need to be careful with what they say. You don't need to say absolute chaos. Maybe on-edge cars doesn't maybe equal wrecks, but remove the rest of the diffuser, and I agree. That may have been a part of the problem today when cars are a handful, they don't race each other as hard. Blaine even admitted to letting guys go. Hard to drive doesn't always mean chaos. They're so busy controlling the cars that it's hard to actually race. Bump it up more and let's see how it goes, and remove the rest of that diffuser. But these last 2 races have probably been, for the most part, some of the cleanest races I've probably watched in a solid minute. Because most of the races I feel like are, I shouldn't say pure wreck fest, but they're not as clean as the last 2 races have been. But I do think we've seen a lot more strategy differentiation, and thus the tire wear would have been a bit more obvious if we hadn't had the stage brakes. But NASCAR needs to increase probably to 750 at all 1.5 mile tracks to use a tire that has good fall off. Like, it did feel like a proper NASCAR race at points. Like, it's definitely better than probably most tracks I have been with next gen. I thought it was a solid race, probably like a 6 or 7 out of 10 for me. But Tyler Reddick ends up getting the win. Look, a lot of people putting on their tinfoil conspiracy hats. Okay, look, I get it. People probably, I guess people hate dominance, but did people think Kevin Harvick was cheating when they won many races, like 10 races in 2020, and then Larson won like 11 in 2021? Everyone just assumes it's cheating, I guess. They're doing something to cheat. This is one of the worst NASCAR seasons ever. Do people only say because it's a Toyota? Just say it. I'm not gonna just say cheating just for the sake of it, because I don't have any proof. I mean, last year Reddick wasn't as good, but he was the regular season champion the year before. I don't think it's some fluke. If you think it's one of the worst NASCAR seasons ever, then you haven't watched enough NASCAR. Just saying. But the worst race probably so far this season is Vegas. But yeah, I guess I'll rate the race either a 6 or a 7.5 out of 10. Like, I thought there would be more chaos, but I did like the tire wear. It would probably be better without the stages, for being honest. I like stuff that NASCAR's done, but they need to get rid of the stages, because I think it would be better if you didn't have stages, just run. You didn't have scheduled cautions or whatever, and you could let the strategy play out. Just keep playing out throughout the race. But yeah, Tyler Reddick gets his 4th win of the season, 4 wins out of 6 races. Maybe there is something illegal, but I'm not gonna put my tinfoil hat on and say it, because I'm not gonna act like I know. Tyler Reddick wins, led 77 laps, had to come back from a battery issue and a bad pit stop. Led 77 laps. Brad Keselowski second. Led 142 laps, won both stages. He had a really good day, though. Ryan Blaney third. He had to come back from a bad pit stop as well. Carson Osevar 4th. Great run for Carson. Austin Hendrick 5th. Ty Gibbs 6th. Daniel Suarez 7th. William Byron 8th. Chris Buescher 9th. Played 41 laps. Unfortunate issue there, getting on the pit road. Eric Jones 10th. Denny Hamlin 11th. Chase Briscoe 12th. He was going to have, I think, a 3rd place finish. Moron wrecked himself trying to clear Riley Hurst in 30th. Ryan Preece 13th, SVG 14th, Chase Elliott 15th, Ross Chastain 16th, Josh Berry 17th, Connor Zilisch 18th, Christopher Bell 19th, Michael McDowell 20th, Kyle Busch 21st, Nate Smith 22nd, Todd Gilliland 23rd, Justin Allgaier 24th, Austin Dillon 25th, Noah Gragson 26th, John Nemechek 27th, Cole Custer 23rd, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 29th, H. Allmendinger 30th, Ty Dillon 31st, Kyle Austin 32nd, Joey Logano 33rd, Bubba Wallace 34th, Riley Herbst 35th, Cody Ware 36th, Trent Field 37th. In the last place is Timmy Hill, and Bubba had the fastest lap of the race. So yeah, that's all I gotta say for this video. So leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. Peace.